Just when you thought our hobby as flight sim fans couldn't get any better, this arrives from MOZA. And I can't wait to showcase this in a mixed reality headset in this video, which, let me tell you, is very special indeed. But let's just back up a little bit and talk about this new F18 panel bundle, which is now available. So as you can see, it's predominantly focused on an F18 cockpit, but it can be used for other military aircraft as well. I'm thinking of the Apache, for example. And as we unbox it, let me tell you, this is really top tier quality, even for MOZA, and that's saying something. The buttons and switches have a real tactile feedback, and all of the knobs and dials have a weight to them. Really feels very well made, so top marks there. So in essence, what we're looking at here is a very highly authentic front cockpit panel system, which obviously is modelled on the F18 Hornet, combining very accurate physical proportions to the real thing. MOZA have gone all in with this, and it really does look stunning. It's worth noting that what you're seeing here is the full kit, which is the FPP, DDIs and AMP-CD panels, but they can be freely purchased as separate units as well. And I'll go through the prices of both the separate panels and the bundle altogether in this video shortly. So as you can see, also we get a very nice metal bracket, which I'm pretty confident will fit just about anything, including my weird antique of a desk, which really should be in a skip by now, and motion rigs alike. This is clever as well. This system means you can tilt the whole panel up and down to really suit both your comfort, but also if you're using, say, a mixed reality setup and you need to get that positioning just right. Very, very clever, and it's those little design choices that I really do appreciate to make life a lot easier. And these here are the metal brackets that go behind each panel to fit it all together. And this is what you get in the box if you go for the full bundle. But no power brick here because all of these displays run off USBs, which I'll explain in a moment. So let's have a look at it all together fitted, which literally takes all of about 5 minutes. I admit I didn't even need to read the instructions. Very simple. Those brackets at the back just basically neatly tie the whole thing together, and it will be up and running very, very quickly. One thing though that I will say, probably a negative here, or at least something to be aware of, this thing does draw a lot of power. Each panel needs a separate USB port. This is to try and eliminate the need for HDMI ports though, so I do appreciate that they're thinking about that, but you will need to buy a powered hub with this, because with the 3 USBs, there's basically a 3 USB-C to USB-A cable as well, which means you're going to need 4 ports to run this properly. Just look at how beautiful this thing is. These are true 7.1 inch square active displays with a resolution area of 800 by 800. You can see it's not quite lined up. That's because I had to do a different profile for VR, which is something that currently isn't supported out of the box, but I think now that I've given feedback to MOZA, they'll get this fixed pretty damn soon. Now, for someone like me who absolutely detests faff, and what I mean is messing around taking ages to bind buttons, I bet you're thinking, this is going to take forever. Well, I'm very thrilled to say that MOZA's intelligent new software design means that this is already configured before you've done anything. It works seamlessly using their auto configuration and binding system. And in terms of setting up your screen to ensure that all of the instruments are in the correct places, you don't need any third-party applications such as Pop-Out Manager. It's all integrated within the software itself, showing that MOZA have really done their homework here. Anyway, that's enough waffling of the technical specifications and things, which is important, of course. There's a lot to talk about. But now for the exciting part, because obviously this is a VR channel, so we're going to attempt to use it in VR with a very special mask in mixed reality. And let's start by flinging ourselves off a carrier in the F18 Hornet in DCS world. Here we go. So I'm using the Somnium VR1, of course, which is really, let's be honest, the ultimate XR VR headset out there. And we're going to launch ourselves off a perfectly serviceable carrier. Hopefully you can see the beautiful F18 panel in front of me, because I've got a camera, but also I've got mixed reality. Let's have a look at that right now. But let me tell you, I can read all of this, and just look at this. Now, I don't really know how to describe how this actually feels, because pushing buttons, seeing it inside of the F18 cockpit, and seeing my hands and all of the displays like this, I could cry. It's that good. Seriously, folks, this is something that dreams are made of, especially for a home cockpit environment. Now, I know there's better out there, but bear in mind, I'm not using a green screen. I'm just using a simple mask, a simple desk, you know, a chair. I don't have a proper cockpit or anything. I've just basically mocked this up to kind of, you know, hopefully align good enough. And it does. I mean, it's so convincing. It is scary good. I cannot believe it. Like, all of this works perfectly well. And I mean, like, I could put this ship tack on frequency. So if I click this, I think it's 18, and then click that, I think that's in. I'm not entirely sure, but if I just move this dial here and then take the mixed reality off, can you see that? All of these gauges work exactly like the real thing, which I think is absolutely amazing. But there is a couple of different, few issues here, like that's the wrong way around, but most things work as you would expect them to. So just little teething problems for the beta. But I mean, oh god, right, anyway. Let's now go full mil. Now, in order to keep my USB resources down, because at the moment I am still experimenting with this, I'm not going full crazy with this. There is a MOZA F18 where you have all of this, the landing gear, launch bar. I'll just show you some shots now. That looks amazing. Imagine that with this. That's the end goal. But for now, let's just see if we can get away with just taking off and experiencing what it feels like. So ground crew, salute. I have the MOZA now. Sorry about this, folks, but I'm going to have to put my arm across the camera here. Just because obviously my MOZA force feedback AB9, which I now can feel rumbling into life. Here we go. It's kicking off, folks. Oh, you can hopefully see the FPS. I've got it locked to 45. Whee! Okay, now I need to slow down straight away here, because I need to now reach over for my landing gear. I don't have everything bound, but it pretty much everything. There we go. Oh, did you hear that? That was that was the MOZA AB9 doing its thing, because I was getting quite low there. So look at this. This is the stuff of dreams, folks. I'm telling you, this is amazing. I can't get over this. And if I'm honest, this has made me rethink about the Somnium VR1. I mean, I do love the Dream Air, and it is my daily driver. But when as a flight simmer, how can I ignore this setup here and what the possibilities are? I totally get it now. The mixed reality element in a virtual cockpit like this. And to me, it matches really well, even without a green screen. So convincing. It's so convincing. Anyway, let me just check the levels in case it's too loud, and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, levels seem okay. If anything, you can't really... Oh, by the way, sorry, that's the virtual desktop. You can't really hear the F18 that well, but it's important that you hear what I've got to say. So, now, this is the Somnium VR1 mixed reality, okay, and I've got a mask that I've made. Well, I haven't made it, and this is the positioning that I've used here. If I go to exposure settings, now actually that's quite noisy, but there is a denoise feature as well, which I think is in one of these. Where is it? It's in one of these. Oh, it's okay, it's already denoised, that's fine. Oh, that's even worse with that. But with that, I can see it a lot clearer, but I'd rather, I think, have it off because it looks a little bit too overexposed. But you have all of these options, and it's amazing. And as you can see, there's tons of them. Absolutely tons. It's just ridiculous. I can read all this. Like I can go to my store page here and go to the gun, and we'll go back here, go to the HUD display, EW. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I just can't get over it. I really can't get over it, as you can probably hear. So MOZA, they have produced something very, very special here. And together with a mixed reality headset, I mean, for those out there, I think, you know, that don't even have VR, I think this is something that's going to be really good fun. With a Tobii eye tracker, you're going to love this. Maybe with triples. But I'm not being funny, it's not going to be any patch on this here. It's just not a chance. So in fact, we can actually, that's the waypoint here. I could follow the waypoint. Now, sorry that it might look a bit overexposed, and the sort of difficulties of recording VR at this level, it really is very hard. I was going to find some land actually, we'll do that. But yeah, anyway, let's take a look outside. I'll take the mixed reality off for a moment and enjoy a flyby view. Now, I'd just like to take this opportunity to let you guys know that Wags, who is, I mean, the man for DCS world, as you know, I don't need to introduce him, I really don't. But he's not well at the moment, guys, he really isn't. So please do wish him well in the comments, and from all of us, from all the flight sim community, whether it's MSFS, doesn't really matter, X-Plane, and of course the, you know, combat community, IL2, DCS world, all of us together as a whole, we are all thinking of you, and I wish you a speedy recovery, my friend. Right, anyway, what I reckon we'll do is just go a bit lower now. And you know what, I'm sorry Somnium, I know I've decided to do this in the evening, but I think that just proves how good your pass-through is, because I've only got a little light on in my man cave, and I can still read everything. Absolutely no problems at all. This pass-through is very, very impressive. See the FCS stab there. We can just adjust our trim. I literally can read it all. Well, I think what I've done here, folks, is I've been too busy gushing and just in awe of this. I'm just basically flying out to sea aimlessly. So I probably should pay attention to where we're supposed to be going here. But it's just so cool, isn't it? The buttons are, they've got like weight to them and a real nice feel. You know, they all feel very, very nice to touch. Good quality. Like, that's just going to last forever. I'm just pressing buttons, messing around here. But this is metal here, nice rubber feeling. Just really beautifully designed. I'm just thinking, folks, this headset has hand tracking. I mean, I'm not really sure you need it with this, but if I took this off and maybe for sort of down here and everything, maybe that'd be quite useful. I'm not sure. But yeah, MOZA have done it again. They really have. And this time, sorry guys, let me just take this away. But MOZA have done it again. But this time, I think they've truly outdone themselves with this. What a thing to have in your home. It's just something like this. It feels close to what you'd expect from military training, you know? And, I mean, this is pretty much what they do these days as well, with Vario headsets, and now with Somnium headsets, because they're also being used for military pilot training. This does take a lot of performance juice out of your computer. There's no real way of getting away from that, because I'm running 3 screens, which are quite high resolution to be fair, as well as my 4K OLED monitor, which is 6240 by 2160. I think it has to be that large to compensate for these screens, as well as the VR headset which I'm running, and the mixed reality cameras, and I'm recording as well, and yet I'm still getting 45 frames per second on the button, and it feels immensely smooth. It might not look like that because I'm using Steam VR Mirror, which is a bit of a pain, but this feels incredibly smooth. It really is the most convincing experience I've ever had in VR. This takes the biscuit, it really does. This is absolutely unbelievable. You couldn't really even pay for this, and if you had to, it'd be a lot of money. But I can just fly around like this as much as I want. I think the next thing I need to try and do is to try and get this working with my motion rig. Like, if VR's one thing, experiencing yourself in the cockpit, it's a completely different experience seeing the actual panel in the cockpit that you can touch and feel, and your own hands as well. It's a surreal experience, it really is, and honestly, I mean it. Like, I could literally cry with joy. There's not many things in life that make you feel like I feel right now. And you're probably thinking, all of this is so expensive. It is, but the level of joy this is providing me, even just simply flying around, I'm not even engaging in any combat right now, just doing something very simple. As an aviation geek, it's like I'm in my own dream right now. Like, Melissa's just going to wake me up. I had a dream I was in my own F18 flying around the skies. Is that level of craziness. And DCS World, and again WAGS, for all of the effort they put in to bring all of this together to experience this. I can't believe flight simulation, hardware, and VR, mixed reality, has got to this stage. So there we have it. Quite incredible to think we can do this at home. But let's now talk about prices, because, well, it is expensive, but this is the enthusiast sector, and for what you're getting, I think it's quite competitive. And if you want to purchase the full panel bundle, that's £799 and €889. The AMP CD display panel is £189, that's €209. And as we come into land here, hopefully doing a decent carrier landing, all the links for the MOZA panel and for the Somnium VR1 will be in the notes below. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care and bye for now.